Hi everybody, Craig here. Welcome back to the Age of Wonders 3 campaign, the Commonwealth. In our last episode, we continued making our way through the first scenario of the campaign, and probably the biggest development has been the acquisition of Tier 4 units, and most of those are going to be our stone giants here, as you can see. But we also do have a Eldritch Horror over here, which is again an extremely powerful Tier 4 unit. So I think with this, we should be able to really get our snowball going and really bring the fight to Oscar Van Helden and try to perhaps bring an end to this first scenario. And we're going to just jump right back in and see if we can make that happen, as I said. So last time around, we did have a little bit of movement left. We are just going to confirm that and then end our turn here. Oh, interesting. Okay, so we were sending this group up to go and do this quest, but there are some birds here that are going to cause us some grief. I think it might be worth clearing those out just so that we don't have this roaming unit threatening us going forward. So let's make sure we just get rid of them. This should hopefully be a fairly straightforward battle here. The one thing we have to watch out for is these birds do have wing beat, which can do a fair bit of damage. So I think we probably want to just prioritize attacking one of them. Perfect. And then let's see, can we get some hits? Very good. And then maybe a follow-up here for the kill. Excellent. And then, not a whole lot of additional damage potential there. So what we might want to do instead is just kind of hang back and let them attack us here. So we'll do that. We'll go like this. We shouldn't have grouped up because now they're going to hit us with their wing beat. We may lose our... Yeah, I was worried about our Civic Guard, but thankfully they're okay. We can even drop a big heal on them. Actually, Larissa took a lot of damage too. The archer here can just flank the... There we go. And then we can probably just get the kill with the stone giant. So I'm going to step over and heal Larissa. Make sure she's good and healthy before we proceed. And then we will use our stone giant here to just get the finish. Perfect. So there's a little bit more experience for everybody in the group. Larissa, of course, already maxed out at level 4, which is the highest level we can get to in this scenario, which is a little bit annoying, but that is okay. We'll go up and grab this gold with this spy drone. And then you can see here we have a spawning structure, so we're going to want to get rid of this monster den eventually. However, for now, we're just going to proceed back over to the quest location, I think. Try to get that done. There we go. Okay, we will skip all of our production and focus on our unit movement. We can go here. Very nice. Ooh, interesting. We can capture this fort here. Let's do that. And then, can we step off of it enough to get away? We can, but then we'll be vulnerable if we go over there. Yeah, well, we'll try it anyway. We'll go like this. If they do try to take it back, then we'll lose our scout, but that's okay. We've been producing a few extra units here. Edward was coming back through this way, so we're just going to do that here. But we do want to rejuggle this stack slightly. I think we'll leave one of these engineers behind, and we will sub in our stone giant. We have another one down here coming along as well. So we will group this stack up here like this. I think we can leave behind probably a few of these units anyway. Right, and then we'll form like a secondary stack here. One thing we might want to do as well is I think we'll make some more units in this city, maybe another priest. And then I think we'll send a couple units up to deal with this monster den, because I don't want that, especially we're going to own this eventually. I don't want it to threaten that. You know what we'll do, we'll send this stone giant when he's produced, we'll send him up there, and he should be able to deal with that with 1 or 2 units just to provide him some extra backup. Maybe we'll send, yeah, we'll send the engineer out. We'll keep the archer there just to guard the city for now, but he's probably going to join the stack as well. All right, and that group's going to stay put. Spy drone can just hang out. Feel like we're going to need some assistance when this group eventually gets over there, because we're going to be attacking them and they have a fort, and that's going to make it a lot harder. So we may even need some additional support. We do have an Arbuskier here who was coming over to assist. Maybe we can produce something else that might be of use. Let's see. We could do a crossbow guy. I don't hate that. He'll just stay put. Okay, now we're doing production choices. In our throne city, we might as well push for a bit of a palace kind of setup, so we're going to go for the storehouse. Otherwise here, I think we'll mostly just do a little bit of, like, maybe some extra knowledge income, but otherwise I think we'll just kind of do merchandise. You know what? Here we'll do another unit just to add into this group, actually. Let's grab another archer. And then we can summon maybe another spy drone. Alright. Yeah, okay, so we were expecting that to happen. We'll do auto combat. Not really a big surprise there, but still kind of annoying. First thing I want to do is complete this quest, that's for sure. So let's do that here. Okay, so we've got a Watchling and a couple of Kobold units. This should be easy enough for us. Hopefully. And we can kind of let them come to us, which is good. It'd be really nice to get Larissa some extra gear, because she's really kind of vulnerable right now. We'll step up here, give that Watchling the business. Unfortunately, that Watchling is kind of resistant to our damage here. Do some heavy damage there, however. And then Larissa should be able to just get the finish. Yep. Very good. This little Watchling is going to still be alive, which is annoying. I think we'll just do that, and then we'll soften him up a little more. And we're going to take some hits, but hopefully we don't lose anybody. If we do, oh well. Our Civic Guard might go down. Civic Guard is still alive, which is great. Okay, Watchling we can take out. Nice, level up there. They're now Champion level 2. These archers are super powerful, which is great. And then Stone Giant can just finish off this unit, no problem. The Priest can drop a big heal on the Civic Guard. And then Larissa can assist here and do some big damage. And there's the kill. Wonderful. So that was pretty clean. And we get a Vassal and a human Old Order Knight who's a Tier 2 cavalry unit. Happily take that reward. We can add that unit into our stack. And then I think we'll probably head up for this dungeon up here. So let's go up this way. We can clear a few of these things out on our way by, which will be kind of nice. If we get a settler eventually, we can go up here and rebuild this city. That would be kind of cool. Let's see what else. Nice. Okay, we've absorbed this, so now we can start producing frost giants, which is very cool. In terms of what to do next here, I'm going to go for some more casting points, I think. Because right now we are sort of without a lot of casting point potential. Alright, and yeah, this group's going to just stay put. Again, this one, we are going to be able to get over there fairly soon, which is good. So let's embark here. And this guy, unfortunately, can't quite make it to embark, which is a shame. Let's see, Edward over here. Yeah, so now the goal is going to just be to get aggressive here and push north. We might leave maybe the Musketeer behind. Like this. Yeah, there, that's wonderful. Now we've got an absolutely beastly stack. Like, look at that. And then this group can just stay behind him. There we go. So we've got kind of a mixed bag of units to follow him along. Meanwhile, this archer, I think we'll head over, like, in anticipation of getting rid of this den. So we'll kind of go that way. Now our scout here, I guess we can go see what else. Ooh, there's some knowledge scrolls up there. So let's... And that looks like something as well. Let me just see. Oh, nice. I thought I saw some shine there. That's a production resource. Nice. Stone quarry for extra production, or the ability to produce ogres, which are tier 3 melee. I think because we're already able to make the tier 4 frost giant, we'll do the additional production, which I think will speed them. Yeah, look at that. It takes it from being a 4-turn production into a 3-turn, so that's definitely worth it. And then we can go for these knowledge scrolls next turn, so, and mana crystals as well. So good resources up there, which is nice. And this unit will just stay put, follow our main stack. Same with that unit. And now we just do our production. We don't have enough gold for the public baths, but we'll get it going next time. And then in here, I think we'll just do merchandise kind of across the board here. And then end our turn. Okay. These are just frigates, so nothing to worry about there. Oscar won a battle. Okay, so he sent a group up here. So that's going to be probably something for... Well, I'm not sure exactly which unit, but someone's going to deal with it. That's for sure. We'll take this group on. Oh, you know what? Let them run. Sure. That makes it easier for me. And then we'll do the battle here. Floral Weavers. This should be fairly straightforward, I think. Fortunately, we don't have any way to make these units join us in any sense. We don't have a befriend animal or anything like that, so it is just going to be extermination on the menu. There we go. You know what? I'm not too concerned. I think we can just kind of block them in here. All right, we'll let them come to us here. Oh, nice, that Frost Aura coming in handy. Let's see. The Old Order Knight did take a tiny bit of damage, so we'll just heal that up quick. And then the Stone Giant is getting closer to a level up, so we might as well just let him get the kill. There it is. Very nice. A Dusk Adder, an animal. We can use it as a scout, if nothing else. We'll go here. There. Grab the Shrine to the Frozen Beauty, and then we can head over there next turn. We'll cross the mountains and then go and check out what's in the dungeon. So the Dusk Adder can kind of head down this way, I guess. Maybe group up with everybody else here. We do have a spy drone. I wouldn't mind maybe adding in another unit to this fight, or alternatively seeing more what's in here, but I actually think it'd be good to get a little bit more help in here before we do anything too crazy. Alright, so then this group's gonna go here, and I think we just wait another turn until we're able to have the rest of our units join the fight. Yeah, so we'll wait one more turn there. Edward and this group here, they can just kind of move along. Say we just get kind of aggressive here, honestly. So like that. Like that. And then you know what? We can even capture one of these quick and just see what it lets us see. Okay, so I mean, decently defended, but totally doable for us given what we've got. We've basically got 3, you know, almost trebuchets with massive melee capability, so I'm not too worried. We could get a Bone Dragon going. It'll take 6 turns, but I mean, that could be pretty powerful for us. Obviously, we don't have a way to heal it. That's the only problem. If we had Men Magical Being with Larissa, then we could, because it's a summoned unit, but I don't think we have, Yeah, we didn't grab that with her because it just didn't make sense. So we don't have heal undead, obviously. So let's grab a few more casting points, I think. We'll skip our production and finish our movement. Let's grab our research scrolls. Very nice. Oh, heck yeah, that got us our casting point boost already. And then you know what? We can grab Great Blacksmith in a single, like in one turn instead of two. I would love to get Fireball just to have damage potential from, because right now the only thing we have is Flashbang, which doesn't do a lot of damage. The bigger effect there is the blind. But yeah, I think we'll just do the Blacksmith because that's pretty efficient then with our, this is a crystal tree, so I don't have to worry too much about that. Okay, and then down here, this priest is going to go over to fight that group. Okay, and then when we have this stone giant, he's going to go north as well to fight that group. So that should be good. All right, now it's production time. Again, gold is kind of low, so I'm not going to do anything too crazy. I think we'll just pretty much stick with merchandise. Unless it's our throne city, really. And it's working on the public baths, so I'd say we're in good enough shape for now. Do have to watch that this group doesn't try to kind of sneak by us, but you know what? On that note, maybe I will produce something here just to have at least a bit of a deterrent. Get an archer at least, something. Not that that's going to be much of a deterrent, but something is better than nothing, generally. Okay. Larissa can sneak in closer to this dungeon. The Dusk Adder perhaps goes... We'll avoid the shrine because we might want to grab that with somebody else. We'll use the Dusk Adder in here as a scout. So let's push on down. We can grab the Shrine to the Frozen Beauty on our way through. Oh yeah, and then we can go lay siege, which is what we need to do. So let's make that happen here. That'll be our first thing to do here this turn. All right, so this should be a fairly straightforward battle. He doesn't really have anything super strong. I think he's got a knight or two. Other than that, really, there's nothing that's going to threaten us. Okay, so that knight has haste, so he came out and laid a devastating charge on us. So rather than hide behind the walls, it looks like he's going to go for broke here. He's just going to charge us. Kind of makes sense because he doesn't really have ranged units aside from one archer up here. Although, hang on, is this a... Oh no, that's just cavalry. He does have an archer there, but because we have a cannon and all of these giants, it's really not going to be of benefit for him to sit back because we can just annihilate him, really. So I think what I'm going to do here is go like this, like that, and then get the kill there. What we'll do then also is we'll move our cannon over. Got that engineer ready to go, so we'll move our cannon over like this, and then we can blast the line here. Nice. And then we'll move our engineers over to have them reload the cannon. Perfect. And then we'll drop a heal onto our stone giant who took a bit of damage. The good thing is we've still got a stone giant left, so we'll step him over on the cavalry with some damage. And the group over here can kind of just hang back. They don't have to really do anything too crazy. Because we know they're coming to us, we can sort of consolidate and just kind of stay fairly relaxed back here. Okay, so they wasted magic on dispelling, which is kind of hilarious, but... Nice. I'm glad I picked up that Frost Aura. It is kind of helpful. One of my giants has taken a bit of punishment, though, so we might have to keep him back a little bit. I don't think we have any other healing, so... Yeah, this guy's already half health, so we probably want to keep him back from this point on. So I'll maybe just retreat him here. He can get the kill there, though. Nice, and a good level up for him. That's wonderful. We want to kill this cavalry off, so... One thing, let's see, what can we... Ooh, that's really good. Nice, there's a kill and some collateral damage as well. Yeah, and then this big guy can just step up and kill cavalry there. And then I think what we'll do is we will start busting this gate down. And the rationale is we do need to get in there and eventually kill this settler. Plus, they've got an archer hiding back there who is going to need to die as well. So, yeah, I don't really need to be that aggressive here. I can just kind of pull back. They can just keep doing their thing. Yeah, I think that's good. Edward is... Again, we can't use this more than once per battle, so we won't be able to heal anymore. So I think we just hang back. We let them keep moving towards us, and we just whittle them down bit by bit here. Okay. Let's see how we're doing here. So now that they've moved out a bit, though, this is a different story. We can do some blunderbuss shots. The musketeer can get involved here. Another engineer. We can do another blunderbuss. There. Okay, now. And our musketeers should be able to... There we go. Kill the greatsword. That's what we needed. And then we can also step up. Blast that impaler for some extra damage. Oh, whoops. I rotated the camera a little bit. Didn't mean to do that. That's fine, though. And then what we can do is we can step up with our cannon ever so slightly. I guess I forgot to reload it last turn. That's okay. And reload it this turn. We'll blast the impaler. And then give them a stone throw and kill. Very good. And now we can work on this gate. Perfect. And then we'll cruise over. Blast the archer. And I think that's going to about do it. Edward can move a little bit. I suppose we could try and go in there, but really I don't think we need to. We can't heal our cannons, so we're okay there. So we're going to take some punishment here from the archers, but really that's pretty minor. Alright, so let's step up here. Attack that spearman a little bit. One thing we will do, of course, is try to reload our musketeers. We'll also reload this cannon. Have it move in and blast if we can get there. Let's see. Yeah, not really doing a ton, but... Okay, so we will move in and kill off the archer there. Oh, whoops, I didn't mean to... I misclicked. I was trying to just move in. Instead, I accidentally attacked. Oh, well. Alright, and these musketeers are going to just move up. Let's just attack this and get it out of the way. Edward's fine where he is, I think. Okay. So now, let's just do some blasting. Very good. And then we just have to go and kill. We're just going to, I think at this point, end our turn, and then we will move Stone Giant over to just kill off this settler. Yeah, and there's no getting away now. Let's see what does more damage. Actually, the rock throw does more damage. Right, and then we can get the kill and another level up, which is great. So all in all, pretty decent battle. We did take some damage. Rumors abound in town about the origin of the cult. Some say it has existed since the time of Stormlord Melenis, a legendary figure whose research holds the key to what I seek. I have heard mention of her name many times. The cult seems obsessed with her, and they have plundered libraries looking for information about her. Interesting. Okay, so it seems like each city we're capturing, we're gaining a bit more info. Heart of the Arctic here, which is giving us some additional casting points, which is very nice. And then we're just going to follow along the main route here, I think. You know what? This Dusk Adder, we could send it down to maybe try and go capture this, these forts over here that we're going to need to capture. Okay, we'll absorb that. Let's do Fireball. We want some damage output if we need it. Nice. Okay, and now we can actually attack if we are so inclined, and I believe would be a good idea. There. Now we've got a big enough army that we can actually try this battle. Still not a guarantee, but at least we've got a chance. The hardest part is just going to be getting in behind the walls, because most of our units can't easily do that, right? We're going to take a lot of punishment trying to get in there, so this group can just move on up. We'll try and get the spy drone in there. This spy drone can cruise around the side here. We'll keep the Eldritch Horror and the Priest together, and then we'll go this way with these two. Now, I'm anticipating we're going to get shredded pretty good here, especially because we're getting critical hit. Oof. Man, look at that. We just take a ton of damage. Yikes. That's pretty gross. Alright, our pikemen can't get up on the walls, obviously. This is basically just sacrificing our units to try to give our other units a chance to get in there and get closer. One thing I suppose we could do is... I don't think this is really going to do much, but... yeah, we did a little bit of damage anyway. We can hit the razor bow for a bit. And the pikeman's just going to chill. Again, this group, we need to just get in there ASAP. Alright, let's see what happens here. Okay, they're doing some healing. Ouch. Our poor guy on the wall. Okay, and there, they did... the Frost Giant just hit our footman. But that did open up a chance for our spy drone to get in there. Do a flank hit here. And then we can at least do some damage, which is good, if nothing else. Well, let's go hit the gate anyway. And then over here, the spy drone can cruise in and attack the priest. And then we can follow that up with some hits on the razor bow. This group, you know what? We might just go attack the gate, honestly. Okay, and then the Eldritch Horror now... ooh, we could go in there and just obliterate the priest. Let's do that. Nice. And then the Frost Giant over here, we could do some pretty good damage to. Let's just soften him up a bit. Yeah, try and whittle him down. I think we're in good shape now. Oh, poor spy drone. The good thing is this spy drone has this giant sort of trapped, right? There we go. And now we can just kill everybody else kind of at our leisure here. So we can blast here for some damage. Step up and get the kill, no problem. You know what? I'm just going to keep the spy drone right where it is. He's afraid of the explosive death, I think. See there, look at how much that did to him. Quite a bit. Now, we have an opportunity here to go for a dominate if we really wanted to, but I don't think that's necessarily worth it. There we go, big damage there. Got the gate open. Here, we'll step up and flank him. Pretty good. And then we might as well just kill the priest. Nice, and a level up for our Eldritch Horror, which is perfect. Alright, he's going to come over and whack my Eldritch Horror. Ooh, and he's panicked. Let's try for a dominate here. I resisted it. Too bad. Well, we'll kill him the old-fashioned way then. Nice. I'm glad we added all those extra units in. That made this a little bit more doable. All right, so I think we'll just stay put, kind of heal up a little bit. Maybe consolidate kind of our position here as best we can. Over here, this little scout, I guess we'll just kind of go straight this way to see if we can get over there to maybe get eyes on something else that'll be helpful. As I said before, our new stone giant is going to come up this way. We want him to move up, join up with units that are going to be attacking this, right? So we've got a priest heading over there and an archer as well. Then we've got an archer here to guard the city. Not that that's really going to guard much, but better than nothing, I suppose. I think that's all of our movement, so now it's just production choices. And again, we don't have a lot of extra gold, so we are just going to play it pretty cautious. Just do merchandise more or less across the board there. End our turn. Nice. Okay, we have Fireball. That's going to give us just a little bit more offensive capability on the spell casting front. I might even just grab some more casting points, really. Eventually, it'd be nice to get the hospital going. We don't have the money right now. So it's going to be merchandise pretty much across the board. And here as well. There we go. Okay, so now Edward can, I would say, get pretty aggressive here. Grab this. We'll just head straight over here because the next city is over this way. That's where we want to go. We might split off the halberd unit just to go grab this fort. There we go. That Dusk Adder I'm going to send down to grab this stronghold down there. And this group's going to just move in to support Edward as he moves up. We can also send this group to join in with Edward now, which is wonderful. So maybe we'll just do that. You know what? They can even move a bit closer. Oh, yes. Now we can do this dungeon. Ooh. This will be a tough battle for us. I mean, we've got a Fire Dragon and 3 Draconian Berserkers. I mean, that's not easy. Like, we can do it. It's just not going to be easy. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. We probably want to send in our Giant. And I'm going to maybe throw on a Sphere of Protection. I want him just pretty much getting real aggressive. I might have thrown that on a turn early, but... I definitely threw that on a turn early. Alright, we'll throw our rock. Good news is we can cast it again if we need to, so... I kind of want my other units available to assist. Larissa we want back. Let's see what happens here. We're going to take a Fire Blast. No getting around that. Yeah, we kind of wasted that Sphere of Protection. I popped it a little early, which is too bad. You know what we can do, though, is do a Bestow Iron Heart and then get most of our health back. And now, these Berserkers, we can start dealing with them. We can move our Archer back. And now this Dragon is not able to really get to any of us. So we're fine. So let's just start working on the Berserkers then instead. Nice, for that Frost Aura coming in clutch. Oh, man. Massively, massively useful to have that. We'll get that. The Priest can get the kill here. Perfect. And then Larissa can step over. Do have to watch out. We don't want Larissa getting killed by the dragon. We might even just retreat her back. Maybe turn her around. Throw a spell in if we need it. So I'd love to get over there. Yeah, I want my giant kind of fighting the dragon. But we're going to need to protect him a little bit with some help. So, nice. And there's a good kill. And then we can blast here for some good damage. Nothing crazy, but every little bit's going to help. And then Larissa can throw on a harmonizing energy. Heal up our giant. Okay, attack him. Ooh, that hurt. Oh, we lost our priest. That's too bad. Priest was quite strong. Oh well, is what it is. Good kill from our civic guard. Okay, now we gotta kill this dragon for sure. So we will step in with our giant. Nicely done. And then we can get the kill with our knight. So we lost the priest, but I would say still a good battle. And we did get a deacon out of it, which is a tier 2 support. Has touch of faith, but unfortunately no healing. And a boar rider, so I'll take that. And then we want to send over to this for Forbidden Sanctum. And this group can join in. We'll throw the deacon in with. I just want to see when we level up, we can get Cure Disease and Summon Very Minor Divinity. So no healing, but still some good benefits there. The boar rider, maybe we could go join over here. Something like that, I don't know. We'll go this way. And the archers just move into here to wait for the backup from the stone giant. And this priest I was going to send over to join here, but I actually think might be better served trying to join Larissa. So we're going to turn around because we've just lost our healing. So that's going to do it for our turn. Ooh, there's a stack for us to fight. That's for sure. I think we're up to the challenge. They've got a couple of priests there, but I think we can manage it. You know what? We might even turn this guy around. Let's get back over here. Okay. Spy drone cannot join the fight, but that is okay. We'll go right here. We did get our shrine, which is going to be helpful. And then let's engage the fight. So we have to be cautious, but we should be okay. The good news is for healing, we still have Larissa's spellcasting, so I'm not too worried about that. Ooh, haste. That's going to be a little bit dangerous. So now he's got more movement range. Okay, Stone Giant is already off to a bad start here, so let's go like this. We'll do a touch of faith. I don't want Larissa in any real danger, so I might kind of surround her with the other units here just for protection. And then she'll turn around and she can cast Harmonizing Energy perhaps onto my Stone Giant. Although I don't think we need it. He's healthy enough, so we'll step up here, blast the priest. And these three are just going to guard Larissa. Could even do a Sphere of Protection on her just to make sure she's safe. I think we'll do that just because she's a critical unit. We can't afford to lose her. Yeah, my giant's going to take a beating. Ooh. Okay, we're going to have to heal the giant, that's for sure. If he lives, my goodness. Yeah, there we go. Okay, we're all right. Stone Giant's got some health back, thank goodness. Oh yeah, we can do some heavy damage to the Frost Giant here. Very good. And then the Old Order Knight can charge in like this, and I think we just go after the priest. Yeah, there we go. The archer over here can step in and pretty much kill this Dark Knight. Black Knight, I should say. There we go. And then we're still not out of the woods, but at least we're in a little bit better shape here. We'll go like this. Flank the big guy. We'll end it there. If we lose our stone giant, I'm going to be pretty sad. Oh, he killed the deacon. Well, it is what it is. Good thing is, now we can probably just kill him. Yeah, we'll just finish him off like that. And then we can cruise over here with the stone giant. Kill that priest. Kill that priest. We're going to probably lose our Old Order Knight because the Trebuchet is just going to kill him. Yep. But now we can kill Trebuchet. And the good thing is we eliminated another stack of Oscars that had a tier 4 unit in it. So, I mean, the good thing is we've got these additional units. Oh, shoot, there's some assassins here. I did not see that. All right, well, we'll add this unit in just to have more to fight. They were, like, waiting there to ambush, I guess. That's a little sneaky. Grab that. Just for the extra gold income. Sure, why not? So, Edward... I mean, the good thing is our main fighting force up here with Edward is pretty much just steamrolling, right? We'll send this guy back to support Larissa if needed. And then this main group is just going to charge in. Oh, yeah. We can take this no problem at all. Go here. This group can actually get into the siege, which is wonderful. Then we can go there. Oh, there are some extra units, so there were some hidden ones, mostly just spearmen, which is nothing. There is an assassin, so it's not nothing, but it's definitely not. We don't have to be scared, I don't think. We should be able to take this no problem, especially given that we've got 3 stone giants. Ooh, Rain of Poison Blades, okay. So they're going to come out to fight us, which in many ways makes our life easier. So for starters, we'll just blast here. Nice. And the engineer can reload as we always do. Now it's just going to be boulder tossing. Very good. Very nice. And one more for good measure on that razor bow. Over here, we don't have to get too aggressive. I think we just actually pull back. One thing I might do, though, is just drop the heal onto our Arbaskier who took that extra damage. The Eldritch Horror can just kind of hang out. One thing I will do, though, is heal one of my big boys here. There we go. So we're taking some javelin throws and whatnot. Boy, that hero's coming out to fight. That's a gutsy move when you look at what he's facing. Cannon shot here would be wonderful to come from the side if we could do that. Go over here, maybe. Oh, yeah. There it is. Very nice. And then we'll reload the cannon there. Then can we even soften him up a little more? Yes, we can. Oof. Just about the kill there, which is... would have been nice, but that's okay. So we'll kill the big guy. Kill the razor bow. And just start softening up the rest here. And then you know what? Our Eldritch Horror can perhaps cruise in. Give a little bit of shock breath damage there, which is nice. Blast the priest for a little bit of extra damage. Alright. We're going after the horror. really, at this point, they can't really do enough damage to make this even much of a threat to us, so not too concerned. There we go, and then let's just go in here and fight the priest like that. We can reload the cannon. Oh, no, never mind. We've got the shot ready to go. You know what? We can perhaps rotate where the cannon is to allow... Nope, not quite. I was thinking maybe we could get a better shot lineup, but no such luck. We'll put this big guy in here. He can just blast from behind. And then I think we'll just charge in, do some melee. And we can go in behind as well here. And then we can get the kill like this. Easy peasy. We want to reload the cannon once again. Oh, never mind. The cannon hasn't even shot yet. Whoops. We can hit the priest. There we go. Then reload. And then Eldritch Horror can do a dominate. I think that's going to do it. Yep. All right. Excellent work. Nice and clean there. We just have to take the city now. Various blowpipe. We'll take that. Sure, why not? Now let's grab the city. Excellent. And with our main group of units here that have more mobility, let's grab the shrine. And we can regroup. Alright, very nice. So then we're just going to keep moving along the road here and go to wherever the next set of cities are. So we'll absorb this. Like I said, we're just sending units back to reinforce Larissa, who is now a bit weaker after that fight and losing the healers and whatnot, so... the stone giants moving over. I think we decided not to send the priest over, so this is all we're going to have is these two. I think that's still going to be enough, but may need to consider a little extra help. In the form of maybe even summoning the Bone Dragon or something, I don't know. Well, we can get this guy going over there. Not that he's going to make it there in an appreciable time frame, but... merchandise, I think. Again, in pretty much all our cities. There we go, and we'll end it there. It's going to be nice to have this Bone Dragon, too. Possible. That's kind of interesting. These assassins didn't try to attack us. We should probably deal with them, though, because they are a threat. This, you know, this is going to be a hard fight. I suspect we may end up losing it. We're really going to need the spy drone to do some work. Ah, never mind. Well, now we're definitely going to lose the fight. Although, he did split his units up, which might give us a fighting chance here. We get a big charge in there. And we know that they're just going to hit us with the Assassin Strike, though. Which is probably going to kill the Boar Rider, but... Ooh, it did not. Okay, well now... Now... Can we kill them in a single hit? No, we cannot. Shoot. It'd be great if we could, but... There, okay. Park back there. Oh, interesting. I would have assumed they were going to just outright kill. So then the Boar Rider here needs to build up a charge. There. Oh shoot. Okay, well now we're toast. I mean, at least we killed one of them, I guess. You might need to turn this guy around and guard the city after all. Okay, Bone Dragon now. And you know what? This guy can guard the city here. So we'd probably summon it in to join Larissa, I'm thinking. But maybe for now we will just see what we find as we march on this way. We are nearing Oscar's capital. Victory is at hand. Let's push on. Yeah, this is getting exciting. Okay. So just go like this. And now, next turn, we should be able to lay siege to his capital. Ooh, it's being guarded by a frost dragon, so definitely have our work cut out for us, but we should be able to do it. Yeah, and unfortunately, this stone giant, we don't have a good way to heal him outside of battle. So I'm thinking we just summon this dragon into Larissa's group. Let's see, it's got... Yeah, it's summoned, which means it can be healed, I think, with Men Magical Being. But because it's undead, we don't have a way to heal it otherwise, so that's the trade-off, right? I guess we could get Dispel, maybe. Ooh, we've got enough for a spy drone. You know what? Let's add that into Larissa's group, too. And then we'll do a Hellhound. Just in case we need another unit somewhere in a hurry. Yeah, and this group's going to just follow along. Spearmen can charge back. Just to reinforce. And then this group, I truly don't know if they're strong enough to win this fight, but I think we can try. You know what? Let's just try it in auto combat and see what happens. Ah, we lost. Oh, that's what happens when you try auto combat, I guess. I should have done that one manually. Well, we'll send this guy up now. That was an expensive auto combat, that's for sure. Well, there's a good lesson, you know. Don't let auto combat happen when it's kind of not a sure thing, right? Okay. So we're just merchandising across the board. We should be ready to go here. Alright, so we've got the Hellhound if needed. Let's cruise over and just see how strong this Forbidden Sanctum is. Ooh, we've got a Wraith King, one of my absolute favorite units of all time. 2 Phantasm Warriors, some Arcane Scholar, and a Prodigies. I think we can probably handle this. Do have to be mindful Mass Curse is going to be in effect. We should be fine here. Just have to play our cards right, that's all. Ooh, Static Shield, that's going to be nasty. We definitely want to try and prioritize killing the Wraith King if we can. That is going to hurt us a lot. But we'll just start throwing boulders to get started here. We will do a Harmonizing Energy for our Giant, just to give him a little bit more of a fighting edge here. You know what? We'll just move the Bone Dragon up. We'll just kind of be ready, right? We're just going to be ready for them to push towards us. Don't have to get too fancy at this stage. Alright, good news is they've moved into our attack range now, so here the good news as well is we've got Arcane Arrows, which can be used to quite strong effect. Okay, we're going to use the Civic Guard here literally just to turn the Wraith King, and then we can flank him heavily here with the arrows. Very good. And then we're actually going to use Larissa. Then get the kill there with our Bone Dragon. Alright, this should be a fair bit easier now. I'm going to use the Stone Giant just to move up and kind of fight there like that. Spy drone can move up. Ooh, immolated. That sucks. If we have to, we can heal our stone giant again, and it's looking like we're going to have to. So we'll pull Larissa back, turn around, grab that harmonizing energy, and boom, there you go. Okay, Goblin Prodigy needs to die, so let's make that happen. Easy peasy. Spy drone can do its thing. There it goes. Explosive Death doing work. Civic Guard here now can step back. And you know what? Let's just kill this one. Yeah, these Phantasm Warriors are really giving us problems. Yeah, we might lose our Stone Giant here, but yeah, it is what it is, I guess. And that Shocked is making this hard. Yeah, and we have no more healing, so really don't have a lot of options. There's a kill. Kind of forgot about the gas breath. We should have been using that probably more. There we go. That's good. Our Stone Giant is out of movement, which means he's pretty much dosed. But you know what? It's a small price to pay for getting access to whatever's in the Forbidden Sanctum. It's probably just spells, but you never know. Oh, that's so sad. Alright, well, we can gas breath the Scholar anyway. And then we can hit him with some more arrows. Well, we lost our giant, but we cleared out the anti-magic field. Freezes, what does that say? Freezes all untapped mana currents on the battlefield, preventing leaders and heroes from casting spells. Yeah, it's kind of cool if you're getting, you know, outclassed with the spell casting. It's too bad we can't carry those spells forward into... we have a bunch of extra casting points, which might be helpful in this siege, I guess. It's just a shame we can't carry those spells forward, right? Grab the shrines just for the extra boost. There we go. Oh yeah, we should be able to do this no problem at all. So I'm actually not going to cast the Hellhound because I just want to have the extra spell casting. So he's got some decent units, nothing too crazy. I think we can end this right here though. Let's see if we can do it. Should be a fairly straightforward battle though. Okay. So the name of the game is going to be killing that dragon. It has shadow form. Let's see what that does. That doesn't turn it into like a... What does that do? Unit gains plus 60% physical protection and past wall ability. So it basically like turns it into a Shadow Stalker kind of. Like a pseudo Shadow Stalker. That's pretty gross. Very, very powerful. Holy cow. All right, well, we'll send our cannon back. We definitely want to focus on the Frost Dragon if we can. Obviously, we're not going to do a ton of damage to it, but I'm thinking we just want to gang up on it a little bit. It's too bad. My engineer started really far away from my cannon, which is not ideal. Priest can do a bit of damage at least. And the Arbuskier can try to cripple it. No luck. Let's just start hitting these birds then. Just soften them up a little here, and then we'll send over our big boy to assist with the dragon situation. And keep our Eldritch Horror kind of in reserve here. Edward is fine. He can just stay back. Do a spell, actually. Ooh, Fireball is going to be good. Yeah, there we go. Oh, and yeah, you know what? I should have seen that one coming. I kind of grouped my units up in a less than ideal fashion. Taking some pretty heavy hits in here, so let's see if we can maybe Get rid of this guy. Can we kill this guy with a throw? We can. Very nice. I would love to just start blasting the Oscar Van Helden himself if we can get rid of him. Our archer is in rough shape. Priest is not in spectacular condition either. But, ooh, some big criticals on the dragon, and the dragon is on its last legs here, which is wonderful. So we'll step over, flank it, resist the fearsome, and then we can step in and just get the kill this way. Excellent, we resisted. You know, that was a risky play now that I think about it, because we almost got hit with fearsome, so not my smartest move, actually. Took an unnecessary risk there. Our archer can blast their archer, knowing our archer's probably going to die. We can go up and heal one of our big boys here. Cannon just needs to reload. Alright, so this is looking pretty good now. Okay, so yeah, he's just going to kill off my units that are at low health. That's fine with me. Alright, so then let's go... let's just blast these two with breath attack there. Get the finish with our priest. And now it's just going to be a matter of throwing rocks at Oscar Van Helden until he is dead. Very nice. Throw a fireball at him too for good measure. I don't think our cannon is close enough to hit him, but next turn he is going to be toast. Ooh, ouch, taking a bit of damage, but nothing crazy. Alright, well, any last words, Oscar? Too bad. This is it. These documents prove Oscar and the cult were aided by a high elf named Werlak. We suspected the elves of inciting the rebellion, but their real goal was to discover the location of Melanis's lair. They've taken maps of Kiln. Her lair must lie beneath its blighted surface. Edward, we should not linger. They have a head start, and I need Melanis's artifact. Alright, well, there you are. We completed Scenario 1. And all things considered, I don't think that was too bad. Let's see, we can view our statistics here. So, obviously, you know, ended up taking the whole map. Knowledge-wise, we were really outpaced by Oscar. Holy cow. What about happiness? We were better towards the end, but he was beating us most of the way through. Military-wise, he had a lot of units. It was only near the kind of, what about turn 20-something that we started to outpace him. I think a lot of that's because he just starts off with all these units and we have to build up. Same with our domains. So, again, overall, pretty happy with how that first scenario went, and I'm really looking forward to the next scenario. So as always, guys, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.